Okay guys, it is time for a new update here on the Bitcoin price. Since my last video, we have seen an amazing price development, and I have to say, today, the next 8 hours are one of the most important 8 hours for the Bitcoin price in the recent weeks and maybe even months, because we are about to close a weekly candle below our weekly EMA ribbons. And not only that, I want to talk a couple of things happening right now on the smaller time frames, and want to tell you what we can expect from the Bitcoin price in the immediate short term, but also within the next couple of days and weeks. Other than that, guys, I already predicted in my last video that a correction down to the $40,000 level is very, very possible. Why was that? Let me explain to you a little bit why I was expecting this correction down to the $40,000 level and why I predicted it in my last video. By the way, guys, before we now jump into the charts, make sure to smash up a like here on this video. We reach 1,000 likes on every single video of mine. So if you scroll down, you don't see the 1,000 likes, smash up a like. And other than that, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell next to the subscription button so you don't miss out on any future uploads. And now let's not talk too much. Thank you very much for watching, and let's just jump right into the charts. Why was I expecting the Bitcoin price going down to $40,000? It was very simple. I compared this with this pretty much, because it's the exact same price movement. We have a consolidation, we have a consolidation, we have a pump, we have a rising wedge, we have a pump, we have a rising wedge, we see a dump, we see a dump, we see a final correction to the downside that takes a little bit longer, and we pretty much bottom out. We bottom out. Where do we bottom out here? At the support point of our previous consolidation. So exactly here, as you can see, at the previous point of our consolidation. Here we are bottoming out. Okay, now I have a shit ton of stuff on my chart. Let me remove it real quick. And we are actually bouncing exactly here at this support level. And this was what I mentioned in my last video. This was what I was predicting. And this is why I already told you guys yesterday that I won't open a long position, or the price where I will open a new long position will be actually the $40,000 level. And I have to tell you guys, yes, I said that, but I'm changing my strategy here only a little bit, because I already have a long position open. If I wouldn't have a long position open, I would open one now with a very small leverage. No financial advice, just what I would be doing. I would open one with a very low leverage right now, but since I still have one open with a lower leverage at higher prices, I don't want to lose that trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking the money that I would normally put in a new trade, and I'm waiting for the Bitcoin price either to correct more or to pump, and then I will just scale up this long position either way. And if we reach my liquidation price, I just double the trade right in front of the liquidation price. My average entry point moves down, my liquidation price moves down, and boom, my trade is secure and will survive this big correction, even if we break the $40,000 to the downside. But what can we now expect, or what does need to happen so we know that we are bullish again? This is very simple. We need to see one thing on the weekly time frame. We want to see this weekly candle actually, and it's closing today in around 8 hours, we want to see this weekly candle closing above the $44,000 level, because this is where our weekly EMA ribbons are. And in the history of Bitcoin, every time we broke below our weekly EMA ribbons with a weekly close, in the past, I have to say, as you guys can see, we have seen big corrections every single time when we broken the EMA ribbons to the downside, the weekly ones, right? So let's be very careful here. Let's see where the price is at the end of the day. If it's above $44,000, I think that would be massively bullish. If it's here in this area where it is right now, I think it's still time to be careful. I will leave open my long, but I won't open a new one, because I just want to see what then happens with the next weekly candle, right? Then the next weekly candle, we need to first see, can it maybe close like this one, bullish inside, or do we see with the next weekly candle then only a wick and a sell-off and close again below, which would be hyper bearish for sure. So all of these things then depend on the next week. So for now, all we have to do is take a look at the weekly time frame and keep an eye till the rest of the day, till the weekly candle closes, and then we pretty much know what we have to expect from the Bitcoin price. Other than that, let's also talk about VLaunch a little bit. VLaunch just announced Avalanche S-Chain support coming very, very soon in the near future for VLaunch. As well, also, guys, a new project is launching, Launch My NFT, from actually a project that is supported or also co-founded from one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, Quebbelkop, I think with around 20 million subscribers on YouTube. And this will actually be the biggest free IDO location that has happened on VLaunch so far. $500,000 completely for free for everyone that is just staking VPET or has a share of the total 25 million stake VPET. If you have a share of that, you will again be eligible for this massive $500,000 worth of free tokens that is getting spread out between all stakers. And besides that, I mean, the chart is looking very interesting. We had a massive run up. We are now in a little bit of a cooling off phase. We also cannot forget that since this day, pretty much, since this day, Bitcoin crashed 14% while VPET pumped 100% and now is correcting a little bit at a 100% pump. So I have to say still I'm very, very bullish on VLaunch VPET just because the staking rewards are still right now insanely high. You have multiple hundreds of APY a year if you stake VPET at the moment, or if you're looking at the dollar value just by the free IDO locations, by the staking rewards. This will not always stay the same. I mean, it gets lesser and lesser the more people stake. But at this moment in time, I think still, just because it's still very worth it to stake, I think it will make a little bit, or we will see a little bit more upside, at least if Bitcoin doesn't correct more. I mean, if we break the $40,000 level, I mean, yeah, I have to say then VPET VLaunch will also get under pressure. But so far, it's holding up against the pressure very, very well because, I mean, like I said, we had a massive correction. Everything is bleeding in the crypto market, and VLaunch VPET is still up. Let me take a look here. To not spread any lies here, around the $1 mark, it was very realistic to buy at the $1 mark. It's still up 75%, while the rest of the crypto market, especially altcoins, are down 30% or something like that, right? With almost everything in the crypto market, since Christmas, you lost like 30%. With Bitcoin, maybe like 15%. With VPET, you gained 75% since Christmas. So yeah, I mean, that we are correcting now here a little bit is just something that needs to happen to have a healthy continuation later on. But yeah, guys, I would say if you enjoyed the video, smash up a like, don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell. We see us till then. Bye right now.